Cheers! So hello and welcome to the Knitting Traditions Feet Marlene Knits podcast.
Hi.
So for those of you who don't know Marlene, this is Marlene. She's a knitty friend from Germany and she's been visiting me for the past week, and we did a little yarny tour of the west coast of Norway. And we were thinking about showing you guys what we have picked up along the way. Some yarny souvenirs.
Mm-hmm.
And then Marlene has taken lots of beautiful footage during our travels. And she's going to make a gorgeous vlog. She's way better than me at editing. So go check out her channel and see what we've been up to.
Yes.
Mm.
But you'll see all the goods that we secured, all the treasures that we've hunted.
Might give you some ideas of what you could get your hands on if you were to get some souvenirs as a knitter in Norway.
And then kind of our recommendations of yarn shops that we enjoyed the most traveling along the way of kind of where Inga's parents live, which is in Bergen, and then all the way up through where you live, Førde, and then a bit more northern, where your like family cabin is.
Yeah, the cabin is in Hemsedal, so it's like the central of Norway, more like between Førde and Oslo and Bergen and Oslo.
So you could do a Marlene and Inga inspired Norway tour as well.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, maybe some people would be interested in recommendations along the way. I know that I'm always looking forward to that.
And there's so many more shops that we didn't go to.
Yeah.
We were traveling with a baby, so we were a little bit limited. Yeah. But I feel like we saw the best.
Yeah, and we also wanted to see some of the nature and go hiking. So yeah, we try to...
And the weather was horrible for that, but we did still manage to get some movement in. Maybe first off, what are you wearing?
Yes. So this is a new pattern that's coming out in, I think, 5 days. So by the time you're watching this, it should be out relatively soon.
Yeah,
or
I hope to get this out in a couple of days.
So. Yeah, so this is the August sweater, which is very appropriate because it's August now. It's by Ozetta. Haley, I test knit this for her. I've tested this, the second project I tested for her. I really love her designs, and this is knit up in heavy merino in the colorway green ochre. Yes, it's a very nice, like sweatshirty kind of knit. I'm getting a bit warm. It
is warm in here. We're in a room filled with yarn.
Yeah, getting a bit hot. Well, yeah. And what are you wearing?
I'm wearing, very fitting, this is a Amy slipover that I made with some special yarn from a store that we went to. So this is one strand of a tweedy cashmere and one strand of a silk cashmere from Pinnsvin Design, one of the stores we visited. And I really like this. It's very like thin and drapey, but it's just a nice little extra piece.
Yeah.
To cover up my shirt.
Do you reckon this is the same? This is the same tweed that you also got? Yeah. Well,
I've been dreaming about it.
So I need to sit down properly. I feel like I'm just slouching here.
We're both slouching.
Yeah, this is the last day. We're actually going back to the airport in a couple of hours. So
sad.
So sad.
But luckily it's not that long until NetFest, so.
Yeah.
So first off, you flew to Bergen.
Yeah.
That's like one of the bigger airports in Norway.
Yeah. From Frankfurt, that was only 2 hours and a bit. So that wasn't too bad.
And I mean, I have a car, so I've been driving us around. But I do recommend, if you're visiting, to maybe rent a car, because that way you'll be able to see like all the nice scenic routes.
Yeah.
That might be a little bit more difficult to do with public transport. So you could either fly to Bergen like you did, or you could fly to Stavanger, which is also really beautiful if you have like more time.
Yeah.
And you could see the sandnesgarn mill and some beautiful hikes down there as well.
Yeah.
But you flew to Bergen. My parents live there, so we were able to stay at their house. And I had booked a tour to hillesvåg.
Yes.
Which is a old mill. It's from the
1885, I think.
Is that what they said? Yeah.
Something around that.
It's a family-run business, and they still use a lot of their old machines. Even some original machines are still in use weekly for spinning. And I think they started spinning yarn for knitters in the
sometime in the
50s, 1960s. Before then, they were making yarn, and then they were selling blankets and those kind of things.
Fishermen.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
So we did the tour.
Yeah, it was really, really great, the tour.
I was surprised. I mean, I didn't think it was that hands-on. Like,
I mean, Hillesvåg was the mill that I wanted to see the most out of the 3 that I know that are in Norway, and I've seen in vlogs. Like, I've seen so many Norway trip vlogs and got inspired by that. And so Sandnesgarn we also sell at the shop that I work at, so that was the least interesting to me, maybe. I know I've heard about a great outlet shop that they have, so good for good for sale purchases. And then Rauma we also wanted to get to, but then we decided on doing something else, going to the cabin rather. So Hillesvåg was one mill that I'd been looking forward to quite a bit. I'd only knit with their yarn once, and I had to order it from a shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they said that they get their wool washed in England.
Yes.
Because there is not a single washery in Norway, which is very unfortunate. But other than that, they do all the steps themselves.
Yeah.
They have a hole in the ground, like from back in the days, that sucks the wool in it. So in the morning, they put the wool there and it gets sucked into the floor and into this old machine that kind of aerates it.
Yeah.
And then they do that a couple of times, and then it ends up in a barrel, and they have to climb into the barrel and jump on it to get it into, like, the sacks.
Yeah.
So that they can move it to the next stage, which is when they make, like, the roving, the drum carder sort of machine.
I guess because it's compressed in the bales, so that way they're able to ship more.
Yeah. And then, it goes through all of these processes. We were able to see the machines. It was quite noisy, but it was really cool. And then the last step, we went into a room and there was 2 women. They were hanking this by hand. I know for a fact that there are several like indie dyers out there which produce yarn at a much smaller scale than Hillesvåg, and they have a machine to do that. But these women, they were hanking all of these by hand. So the Hillesvåg skeins are done by hand, which I mean, I was feeling a little bit worried for their shoulders and joints.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that could get a bit tired after a while.
I mean, she had a stick, and I saw people do that.
Put it on the stick and then
twisted it. Just like 2 times maybe. And
I mean, these are not like super tightly
twisted. Yeah, I guess they told us, because this is woolen spun yarn too. A lot of the hand dyers use a worsted superwash merino, so it's completely different base, much tighter spun. And because they don't want to, this is not the words they use, but like twist the life out of the yarn.
Yeah, they want it to be this like floofy and light.
Yeah.
Not over twisted.
And I don't hand twist all of them there. They
outsourced it to some local people in the area around, they said.
But very local, like still very much kept in its original form. A lot of the machinery was from like back in the day. We saw a leather belt that they could tell it's been there for such a long time because of the joining techniques that used.
Yeah, they use some nails that are no longer in existence. So it's from the 1800s.
Yeah.
I always get confused. 1900s. Yeah, I get confused by the terminology there.
It was really nice to see the woman who did the tour. She was very knowledgeable, though. I mean, you can tell Inga and I were like the nerds in the school, like going like, we have something to add.
Questions and
yeah,
that was a lot of fun. And then we got to spend quite a bit of time in the store afterwards.
Yeah, Ida was a trooper. She at one point just on the floor. Looking playing up at us, playing with her toys, and we're like going like, which one do you think? So
trying on samples. I love that they have so many pretty samples in the store, and I always, I can go in there with something in mind, and then I see a sample, try it on, and I'm like, okay,
this is actually how you made a decision on what to make. But then you didn't get the yarn there.
Yeah, because they didn't have the silk mohair.
So I had 1 or 2 projects in my queue of things that I thought that'd be good to use Norwegian yarn for. So will you be able to put in pictures?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So the Harriet sweater by Lene Holme Samser was one of those, and I got yarn for that at the mill. And then I actually don't know the name. It's a sandnesgarn design. It's like a little leaflet that I got. And I was thinking about doing that with either, I think the troll.
Yeah,
How do you say
the
it?
troll.
The troll. Or the vams. In the pattern, they use the fritidsgarn by sandnesgarn. So a lot of these like very
Chunky.
almost bulky yarn weight. So those two were designs where I was thinking I wanted to get yarn for maybe on the trip. But then I got some, so we got some sale yarn. Maybe let's go from there. I got 2 sweater quantities on the first time that we went there. Because I couldn't decide between the colors. I mean, they're totally different colors. You will agree, right? So yeah, we both got this.
Is this the same shade? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we both got the... it just says restegarn, so I don't suppose we can tell you which shade color this is originally, but this is a beautiful, like, I would say like an ochre...
Yeah. It's more warm tone
curry
than the other one you have. It's like an ochre
more
curry.
yellowish. And then I got a sweater quantity of this more caramel brown because I couldn't decide, and I have actually yet to decide what to do with both. Because they were quite affordable, and I wanted to bring something for my my friends at home. I thought that if I could get each one a skein of the Luna, so they can either make a hat for themselves, a hat for a loved one, a hat for anyone like around them, maybe a kid. I don't know what else to make with it other than a hat.
Because it's about 200 meters to 100 grams.
Yeah.
So that's a worsted weight, right?
Yeah, I would say.
So it's a skein of worsted weight, and it's quite loosely spun, so it feels quite nice and soft. And this is made of lamb's wool, so it's the softer wool, because they use both the wool from the sheep that is cut in the fall, and then they use lamb's wool. And the third fiber that they use is the pelt wool, which is a different sheep breed altogether. It's not crimped, but more curly fibers. And that one gets a mohair halo, similar to the Gotland sheep, which is in there. It's like a cousin of the pelt wool sheep. Yeah. So this is the softest.
Yeah, I would wear this in a hat. So yeah, I hope they're not watching this before I've decided. It was quite difficult because I definitely wanted to get them something, but then I'm always scared they might not like it, or they might not know what to make with it, because I can't bring a sweater quantity for every single one.
Yeah, but you can suggest a hat, and if they don't like the color, they can make it and gift it to someone for Christmas.
Yeah,
it's a quick knit.
That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, so they were really affordable. And since I couldn't decide on the first day which ones I wanted to gift, which ones I wanted to keep, we actually went back a second day, but let's not jump ahead. So I got 5 skeins of these colors each.
Yeah, on the first day.
And then we went back on the second day because at night on the couch while watching Gilmore Girls and or Lord of the Rings and knitting, I was scrolling through Ravelry and found a project that was actually knit with a Luna from one of my favorite designers. Speaking about Ozetta. And so we went back the second day, and I came up with this color kind of palette.
This was also the colors of what I was wearing.
Literally on the day.
So like subconsciously we are influencing each other.
All the time. So yeah, I got 1 skein of this beautiful light green, and then 2 skeins of the ecru. The green is the colorway Støvet Gullgrønn.
Yeah, so dusty yellow green.
Yeah, because I was asked this on Instagram and I wasn't able to respond yet. So this looks like an amazing pistachio ice cream sandwich to me. And yeah, if you could tell, I was wearing the Ecro pants, brown kerchief, and a green sweater as well on the day. So yeah, this will become, and I've actually knit a swatch, and of course I forgot it somewhere in my luggage. I'll send you a picture. I can
put it in.
I've decided to make the Harbor sweater by Ozetta with it, and I've actually swatched it already.
And didn't she use this yarn?
Yeah. So she used the Luna by hillesvåg as well. And so this was my first project kind of that I got yarn for, which wasn't planned, but yeah, Ozetta always just makes patterns that I love. I swatched. I'm like a stitch off.
How crazy is it that she across the world from here.
In Maine, I think, or...
is able to knit with the mill yarn from this tiny little mill that like hand winds their skeins.
It's amazing. So you'll see the swatch, you'll see the project. I'm one stitch off. I'm actually making a size that I've not worn since I was maybe 14. Making size extra small because I don't want it to be too big. And
it's oversized.
Yeah, it's very oversized. And then, or no, I'm making a small. Exaggerating there. But then I'm 17 stitches instead of 18. So we did the math and it should come out pretty much perfectly, like 35.
Yeah, so you went down a size, but with your gauge, it's going to be pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, because
like right in between two sizes, I think we calculated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice on the 5mm needle. It has a lot of drape. So first project.
It's not going to be too heavy because you don't need that many skeins to make it.
Yeah.
Wow. It's going to be beautiful.
Luna, beautiful. Highly recommend. I've just made a swatch with it. But
yeah, I mean, I've never used the Luna. I have used the Sol.
Yeah.
So Luna, isn't that like a lunar eclipse kind of thing? And Sol means sun in Norwegian.
What does sol you mean?
Solja? Oh.
Because that's the one I used before.
I know we call on our national suits the silver pieces that we wear on it. That's called a solja. It might have other meanings as well. Don't hold me to that. But I'm excited to try the Luna because I haven't tried it. I love the Sol. And I have 2 patterns in my library that I've been wanting to knit for the girls. It's like a plaid...
It's amazing.
Like a full bodysuit for children.
Yeah.
Which has like stripes in one direction. And then you crochet a stripe the other way. So it has like the plaid patterning. So this was in the discounted sale bin. And I needed 4 of these for the 4-year-old size.
Yeah. Together
with a contrast yarn. Now, I didn't find a contrast yarn up there that I liked because they were all pretty much in the same color family. Yeah. And I want some contrast. So I picked up a hank of the unbleached white Luna. Yeah. So it's not colored and it's not bleached. So this I picked up from the store downstairs. And everything there is 10% off. So all in all, this is, I feel like it's a very good deal for a suit that will get a lot of wear. Yeah. And I have enough for the 4-year-old size. I could also make the 3-year-old size. I just think I need to land on which version I want to do first. Because I did go back the second day and they had some new yarn in the sale bin. These don't even have a label on them. These were super cheap. These were less than €4 a hank. Yeah. So I got 4 of these as well because there was also this blue in there and I just saw this combination and I'm a very earth toned girl, but I do love how complementary the cobalt blue is with like a yellow orangey tone. Yeah. And
or even brown.
And especially Nelly would look so cool in this. So I am tempted to knit this one up first. And I just need to decide if I'm going to do the 3 or 4-year-old. I like to make knits for my kids in a bigger size. And they will just wear it with their sleeves and their feet rolled up.
They'll grow into it.
And in that way, I mean, Nelly is now 2.5 and still wearing clothes that she was wearing at 6 months old. Yeah. So that makes it live for a longer time and gets a lot of use.
This girl has the most incredible knitted wardrobe. Like it's incredible. Yeah. Never seen something like it.
She's a lucky kitty. Yeah. And she loves it.
You actually inspired me with when I saw you holding the white to the ochre. I was a bit jealous. And so that's why I kind of came up with the idea of holding something with my brown yarn initially because I have enough to make a brown sweater anyways. Yeah. But I wanted color work. I don't know. Norway just brings out my color work tendencies.
It has a tendency to do so. Yeah. It is very prevalent here with colorwork knitting. Yeah. I did also get another yarn, their vilje, because I tried on.
Oh yeah.
This is such a dark photo. I think I'll insert one on screen instead. But they had 3 samples of this sweater in their store, and I hadn't seen this before. It's the Basis number 2. It's a collaboration between Hillesvåg and Augustine's. And I tried it on and I absolutely fell in love. Like, this sweater is everything that I've been looking for. Like, the perfect everyday chic, expensive looking sweater, but hand knit. And it was knit up in one strand of vilje and one strand of Isager silk mohair. So vilje is also a lamb's wool yarn, but closer to a fingering weight. It's 375 to 100 grams, so somewhere between like a fingering to sport weight. But it is such an airy spun yarn, so I think that it would knit up as a thick fingering. So I did get the melert lys beige, so the marled light beige. I got how many? 4? Yeah, 4 hanks of it should be enough for my size. Now, the 3 samples were all knit in the same size, the size B, but they were vastly different in how they fit.
Because they were all really nice because you tried them all on and were able to kind of feel like which one you liked the fit on most, and then she took all the gauges and like measured.
I came back the
samples.
Second day to do it.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons.
Yeah, because they were all knit in size B, and I think if I were to do what the pattern recommended, I should be knitting the size D with my bust right now.
Yeah,
maybe normally a C, but right now it would be a D. But I was trying on the B, and one of them was too big.
Yeah.
And one of them was too stiff and small.
Yeah.
And the stiff and small one, that was the one that was on gauge.
Yeah.
I preferred the one that was slightly in the middle, so I think that was 19 stitches in the double moss stitch instead of 20.
Mm-hmm.
But then they were all also very different in their row gauge. None of them was... I've
never seen
I was
something
very confused.
like it, yeah.
Like the stitch gauge was too loose, but the row gauge was too tight. And then in the pattern, they tell you to do a gauge swatch on 4.5. None of the pattern calls for 4.5. It calls for 3, 3.5, and 4.
Might be a mistake in the pattern.
So it's a mistake. Anyways, I did a bunch of swatching.
Oh yeah.
I was living in my knitting swan bag. Oh, it's a bit of a mess here. But I did quite a bit of swatching. And I actually ended up knitting this on 5mm needles to get the 19 stitch gauge.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with that. I'm happy with how it's turning out. And I also did a modifications, because remember when I was trying it on, it was kind of bunching up a little bit in front of the neck here. And when I started knitting on the pattern, I realized it doesn't have any short rows, so it's the same in the front and back. So I decided to do, I think I did 2 German short rows, and since it's on a 5mm needle, that already gave me quite a bit of fabric.
Yeah.
Now I'm a little bit worried that the stockinette part in the front is not going to be deep enough, but I think it should be okay. If anything, I can just block it a little bit deeper. We shall see. But as you can see, I'm not knitting it on the yarn that I was supposed to, because after hillesvåg, we went to some other stores. Yeah. So maybe I can come back to this.
Definitely.
And you can show.
Yeah, so you initially got the loose beige melert. Yeah. And were planning on holding it with a cone of mohair from your stash or something. Yeah. Because we agreed you have some white mohair in your stash probably. And yeah, I was totally pro going for something like this because I think it looks very chic on Inga. Although she's if she could, she would just knit with brown, right? Most of the time.
I mean, right now it is so autumnal out.
Yeah.
It's like foggy, mystical weather with like
it's so weird.
Things are turning like brown and orange already. And I want to knit on my fall colors because I love this season.
It's very weird because I'm coming from 35-degree weather in Germany, where it's still very much late summer, and then now here we've had 10 to 15 degrees. I mean, I'm choosing this. I want autumn. I want it now.
I'm not complaining right now because it's feeding the knitting mojo.
Yeah. Speaking about the vilje, I actually also found yarn for one of the plants I had come in the mill with. And we're discussing like which yarn would be best. I know the pattern, the shop, how do you say, like worker, the person who's working there. The
employee working in this, yeah.
Yeah, she actually had her Harriet with her, and she'd made it in, I think, the Sul, so just one strand. And she's also been, like, she knit a bit of gauge, which is something, I mean, I knew before, but I feel like this week has kind of solidified for me that just like choose the gauge that makes you happy. And if that means that the kind of knit is more drapey, that could also mean that you wear it more, and like seeing you go through such lengths to kind of figure out the exact size you want to knit, like that's been really inspiring to me. It's not that I don't ever gauge swatch or like divert from the path that the pattern tells me, but you're very good at that. So
yeah, I'm a big advocate for making the pattern work for you and the yarn that you have.
Yeah.
In the fabric that you like.
Yeah, because
that sweater was a big testament to that,
Yeah.
because it was way stiffer and way more itchy in like the rustic yarn on the tight gauge, and where the gauge was looser, it just was so much softer and it felt more comfortable.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna go down a size and do that gauge.
I actually immediately put that into practice with a whip that I'm going to show you later, because a lot of yarns I tend to just knit with the like needle recommended, and from now on I think I'll go up like half a needle side much more often, since I'm also a tight knitter, and especially with which I'm knitting on a scarf right now. Recently I made a scarf in a more rustic yarn, and then I knitted too tightly, and then it's even more rustic, so this is also contributing to it.
That's like a good point. Like when you're knitting with these kind of woolen spun yarn with like more natural, minimally processed fibers, which can be itchy to some people, they are way softer when they're knit at a looser gauge, and they will bloom beautifully. So it's not like you're gonna have a very like see-through fabric.
No.
It will fill itself out. And if you give the yarn the room to do that, it will be more soft and more drapey than if it's already like really stuck together.
Yeah. I mean, you'll have to remember that looser gauge could also mean more pilling.
Yes.
But I mean, I'd rather have a sweater that I need to depill every couple of wears.
Because you wear it so much.
Yeah, than a sweater that's just
not
like
being worn.
Living in the wardrobe.
Yeah.
So, okay. That was a lot of...
Let's look at the colors.
I wanted to say that's a lot of foreplay.
Let's get to the good stuff.
Yeah. So, you might be thinking, Marlene, what's that color palette in your hand? Like, who's this person? I don't know her, but I want to be her. So, the Harriet is a pattern that has 3 colors in it, but it seems from afar it could also be 2. So the one color that's in there, that's just a couple of kind of rows of color work. It's very muted in her one sample, and some people chose in the, because I love to go through Ravelry projects and see what other people did, and there was this, I think it's What Millie's Making, and she did one that was beautiful with a brown like main color, and then lilac and purple flowers, and I really liked her version. And so this is not the same, but I was pretty sure about wanting a brown main color, and so I went with the Vilje in color Mork Millet Brown.
So dark marled brown.
Yeah. Which I think it looks quite cool-ish here, but I think it's a neutral brown.
It's a good brown.
Wouldn't say it's
It
too
reminds
cool.
me of soil.
Yeah, perfect. That's what I love in my colors. Mud
soil. And soil.
But like complementing the soil, I thought a kind of, I don't know, like ochre? Pumpkin ochre-ish. I mean, it's much more summery, like almost sunflower. A bit murky sunflower.
It's a bit more subdued than the other Luna.
Yeah.
Which is a bit more poppy.
But lighter.
Yeah.
And then a blue, which is, I don't have the...
I'm pretty sure it would be called something like dusty marled blue.
Yeah. So I came up with
blue.
the idea of making this be my main color, then doing the main color work with this, and then having this as a highlight. I think... Sorry, my fringe is making me go crazy. I can't look at the camera because the humidity
Yeah.
is crazy in Norway. I didn't expect it.
It's really wet right now.
Yeah. And my hair, whenever the humidity is like up, it goes, yeah, wants to do its own thing. So I combined it with some of the Isager silk mohair that they also had at the shop. So this was 10% off the regular price we got at the shop, and then the sale was about 50% price, which
Most of them, yeah.
Good deal.
They had like different sales, but yeah.
Yeah. So definitely check out that. And because I work at a yarn shop and we sell Isager and my luggage space was kind of limited, I decided to buy the Isager when I'm back home. I have though chosen colors that will go with it. Well, I'm gonna send the pictures to Inga so she can include them. And yeah, this is going to be my Harriet sweater. And this is why I don't have the exact shade names here, because I don't have ball bands for these, because I was able to get 50-gram hanks.
Yeah, they can divide them for you, which is nice.
At a small fee, so I thought it'd be nice to have that.
I think it's like 50 cents or something.
Yeah, so not that much, and much nicer, I think, than having so much left over of a yarn that I often don't know what to make with.
Yeah.
But there is a solution for that, because Inga is actually coming out with a blanket pattern.
Yes.
So you could use all your scraps for that. So should I just do a side quest? So Harriet sweater. And about the Saga blanket.
She's been knitting on this the whole trip. This has been like her car whip.
And I'm actually finished.
Yeah.
With the knitting, at least.
Yeah, the crochet will go fast.
So
it's one evening.
This is my little stack of squares.
Mm-hmm. I can show. I don't have my baby car blanket sample, but I have my Fino sample.
Yeah. Because that's what I was thinking about. The Vilje is different, but not too different from the Fino. So.
Yeah, it's like... So Fino is 350 meters and the Vilje is 375. So it's basically the same. You could use them together.
Yeah. And I definitely want to make a Fino sample for myself. This is for a baby that's entering our family in the latest part of the year. That was such a weird way of saying that. So
at the end of the year.
My oldest friend is having her first child. I'm excited to greet them with a baby blanket. And so these were all minis from a Lord of the Rings mini.
I love it. We've seen all 3 Lord of the Rings extended editions in the evenings here now while knitting.
Yeah. And so this is a very primarily still fall inspired palette. And then I have 4 squares, the big ones that are like marled. And they will be in the middle. And I was inspired, this is Gandalf the Grey. I was inspired by your baby car size blanket, and I'm testing it. This is why I decided it would be
I can put in some photos on screen of the baby blanket.
Yeah.
And if you want to, I can put in the layout that you're thinking about, so you can see. So it's like, yours is even more autumnal. This is even more like my taste, with like the rusty colors.
Yeah. And I like your version with hueless plant-dyed. Yeah. Hand-dyed yarn.
It's like the Advents. It's great for knitting with Advent skeins.
Yeah, and this was a perfect road trip pattern, to me at least, because I was like reaching back, giving Ida the pacifier, like
you did a good job,
jumping out of the car to take pictures, because you told me like, this is a nice spot, and so we were just like go all the time, and so I was able to like put it down without thinking too much about it, because it's an easy to remember.
It's a garter square.
Yeah.
And then you still haven't done the crochet border. That's like, you have to do a border and join them with the crochet hook, but it's not
I'm going to learn that.
There's going to be a video tutorial, so.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, if you're interested, I'm hoping this will be ready by October.
Yeah.
And especially I want it to be ready for Advents in December. I'm going to make an Advent blanket for myself this year.
Yeah.
But yes. And also, this is new.
Yeah. This is in, I think the next shop that we actually went to, Førde.
Yeah, we went to Strikkelykke first. We actually, we grabbed lunch in town, in Bergen, at Godt brød, close to the Blue Rock, if anyone's familiar with the layout of Bergen downtown. And we had some really good sourdough bread with salami, camembert, and honey and lettuce.
It's my new love.
It's a good combination.
Soft cheese with honey. I'll have it every day now.
Try it if you...
Yeah, not for the pregnant people among us, but...
No. but otherwise it's really good. And we went first by a little store. We didn't get anything there. And then we went to Strikkelykke. I really like Strikkelykke for their knickknacks.
Yeah.
I think I got something.
Oh, I didn't bring everything. You got me this little gift of the grape, but you can show yours.
Yeah.
I want to put it in my 5mm project, but I didn't bring a 5mm needle, so I will have to cast it on when I'm home.
This I love their they have these cute little scissors, and I always need more darning needles and stitch markers because they're like socks. They disappear on me.
Yeah.
And I like to have like a little bag of at least those 3 things.
This looks like a
and
fruit
a measuring
salad.
tape. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got us this little grape looking one. We have one each. One for me and one for Marlene.
Yeah.
And then I got myself a little scissor because, like I said, I like to have this in my project bags, and I have more than one project bag going at once.
Of course.
So now this is living in my new Knitting Swan bag. And then I got some, just the regular darning needles. They sell different sizes. And then I got a bunch of little stitch markers. I'll take them up and show. They look like they're made of glass, these ones. It might be resin, I don't know. But they kind of looked like little glass fruit. And I thought they were just the cutest. So I got some stitch markers there. And then after Strikkelykke, we went to Førde.
Yeah.
Which is probably my favorite yarn store in downtown Bergen.
Yeah, highly recommend. She had some beautiful yarns, but then also some notions and things to go with it.
This is how you spell it in Norwegian.
Yeah.
F-A-R. It's a Norwegian letter in the center, but you could write A-E.
Yeah, and you would find it. Yeah. And so I really fell in love with this project bag. It was by Le Bonheur, I think. Mm-hmm. I actually took off the label because it had some gold thread in it, and that's just not what I kind of like. But yeah, this is really beautiful. It has a beautiful inside as well, and lots of little pouches, like pockets. And I also got some yarn, which then became my next whip after I finished the blanket, and this is some lámana como.
Yeah.
She had
hillesvåg, which we'd already looked at, and then she had the lámana yarn.
Yeah.
And she had cardiff cashmere, mayo, and some other bases. Good selection.
I think so, yeah. And like I said, I have rarely seen such beautiful project bags. And she also had these bandanas, which I'm like, I'm sad that I didn't get one because I like wearing them when I'm running. But yeah, I got the colorway 10.
Because you were between this one and, was it a Cardiff cashmere?
Cardiff cashmere in like an electric blue. Yeah. But that was more purpley. And this one I think is like a true cobalt.
And like 3 times the price or something? Or
I think it was exactly half the price. So I needed 2 of the 25-gram balls for this. I'm making the Easy Peasy bandana by Paula Stricked again.
It's a free pattern?
Yeah, you can find it on Ravelry. And I needed 2 skeins for the size that the designer also uses. And I've made one of these with kind of the equivalent amount of 3 skeins. So I have a bigger one, but I wanted a smaller, just like a kind of also kerchief bandana because I like wearing them this way. And then like just making a little knot. I look like
a Boy Scout.
Yeah, or like a summer camp.
I love
kid. But yeah, I've been actually talking to my best friend at home about how all of my brown outfits
needs a pop.
They needed a pop, and I love cobalt blue.
It's a good pop
brown.
For you.
Yeah, I've actually been wearing a new skirt that I got, like a linen viscose brown skirt from H&M that I bought recently. I don't often buy new clothes, but this one I think just was like a really good purchase because I've been wearing it a ton, and it's like an aubergine kind of purple leaning brown, and like knitting on this while on my skirt on my lap, just beautiful. So I'm looking forward to finishing this maybe on the way back. I
think you'll finish it by the time you're home, the way you've been knitting on this.
This I started yesterday.
Yeah.
Didn't I?
Or maybe the night before, but yeah.
Yeah.
So quick.
And this is a good example of using, so this is 4.5mm needle for a, I would say it's a fingering weight, but a very plump one. So it knits up
round.
more like a DK. But from the meterage, it has 120 for 25. So it's like the Cardiff cashmere, which meterage-wise would be a fingering. Knitting up-wise feels more like a sport, but then you can stretch it to a DK gauge. So that's what I mean about, like, why would you kind of knit the life or, like, twist the life out of this beautiful drapey yarn when in actuality this might pill a bit more because it's knit up so loosely.
But also,
it's
like, it's a neck piece. It's
Yeah.
not going to have, like, all the friction that you might have, like, on your arms and side of the body.
Yeah.
So I think it should be good.
That's why I chose. And, yeah, like I said, free pattern, knits up quickly, a little pop of color. Yeah. Looking forward to wearing this.
And we did like a little gift exchange. So Marlene's whip is living in something she got from me.
This is my new project bag. So because the blanket square is actually perfectly fit in this one, I decided to put my new whip in this one that Inga got me. It's a perfect little kind of, it looks like almost like a basket. It's quite long.
It's quite a deep one.
Yeah, so perfect. I would say in the future I would use this for sock projects, like scarf project. It could also host
it's like an
summer top
project bags.
Yeah.
But yeah, a summer top with a thin yarn could fit.
And it has some beautiful lining. So this is how I've been keeping it, and then it's on the couch next to me while we knit and watch The Lord of the Rings. And in addition to this, she also got me some Norwegian chocolate, but we've already ate most of that.
Yeah, I got some German chocolate.
and I did not expect this. I mean, obviously I wanted to bring some gifts and show my gratitude for Inga hosting me, but she actually also gifted me some hand knit socks. And I feel like these could be Santa Claus's
I mean, I didn't even think of it. I just thought autumn.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very autumnal red, but also with the cream.
Yeah.
I just feel like these
the
will
look
be
of it,
perfect. And they fit me perfectly.
I think we have pretty much the same size too.
Yeah. They're so soft. Like, I don't want to put them in my face because I've been wearing them on my feet, but it's very, very soft. So
these are knit with the Isayer sock yarn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also got a knit, which got a lot of wear.
Yeah.
This is, I can try it on. Marlene knit this with her hand spun. This is some of the first hand spun you made, right?
Yeah.
And it's just this perfect little neck piece. It's an Andrea Maury pattern.
The DRK Everyday Cowl.
And I wear my baby in like a baby carrier. And usually I don't want like a lot of fabric between us. So I like wear like a singlet or something. But then my neck is cold.
Yeah.
So this was perfect. And I got to wear it when we were hiking. We did one trip in Bergen. And then another one when we got here to Førde.
Yeah.
And it was just the perfect little neck piece.
Yeah.
And to go with it, she also spun me this beautiful piece. This is some fiber that I purchased for Marlene last year at Knitfest. It's from Ballyhura Fibers. The Long Room, right? That's the name of the colorway.
Yes.
The Long Room. And it was just this beautiful, moody, dark color. And I have two ideas in mind. First, I was thinking a hat, but we ended up getting some more yarn in Bergen, which left the vilje sort of without a plan. I mean, I could still do it, but I think this might just be the perfect fit for each other.
Yeah.
Because this is probably gonna knit up as a sport to DK, maybe.
Yeah.
It'll probably bloom as well. So I think it would work really well with this. Now, this is technically like a fingering to sport. Yeah. But it has the possibility to bloom a lot. And I think they would look very beautiful together in a colorwork sweater. So that the different colors of the hand-dyed can really shine. With the big contrast to the light. So I just need to find the perfect colorwork sweater for that. So if you have any suggestions, you can put it down below. Yeah. I'm gonna have a look at ravelry.
we said that you could hold like something like the folgedraht or the alpaca one with this to make it the same, but it's close.
It's very close, and
You could
but
use
I do
like
have
a 4mm for both, maybe.
up there. I have a huge cone from the sandnesgarn mill that I've bought there. It didn't say what it was, but I'm 95% sure it's an alpaca folgetråd. It's not the top one in white, but the cream one below
Next to it, yeah.
It will look really good with this. And then they should be perfect, like, even thickness.
This will be softer than this, just by a smidge, because this is blue face Leicester, and I have spun it quite loosely, so it's still very soft, because I thought you might make a hat with it.
It feels less rustic than this one.
Yeah.
But if I add the folgetråd, it's going to soften this up.
Yeah, so it might be perfect. And this was actually the beginning of this trip, kind of, because we were joking, and this was the first time we met in person. We've been speaking online for like 3-4 years before that, but then Inga was like, you should come to Norway, and I was like, you know, you need to clarify within 3 business days that you're
more like
either
3 minutes.
more like 3 minutes. You're either joking or you mean what you're saying. And then she bought the spinning fiber for me, and she was like, if you come, you bring it to me, or you can bring it to me spun up, or you just keep it if you're not able to come. And I'm like, well, this is a deal now.
And I got it.
Yeah.
She came to visit, so I'm very excited for that.
Yeah.
I just have to take it because I'm so warm in here. I don't know what's happening with the temperature. It's not even hot outside. I think it's the humidity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're both a bit stuffed up.
Yeah, we got sick.
Just a tiny bit.
Sorry about if we sound a bit nasal, but we're feeling okay. It's just, first it was the throat, now it's the nose.
It's the kids. Spending time with kids. The kindergarten.
And we also did do a hike without a jacket in like very strong wind. I felt like if we were to have jumped, we would have moved because of the wind. So
yeah,
what don't we do for the hikes? But after Førde, we went to. Well, I did go to the store right next door.
Yeah.
There's literally 3 yarn stores almost next to each other. And I bought 2 more balls of this that I gave to my mom. She's currently knitting the Monday sweater for Nelly, 4-year-old size, with 1 strand of the Footprints Wool Addicts. This is the color 0020, so 1115.0020. That's the color. So she's almost finished with Nelly's, and then she's going to make one for Ira. And then she wants one for herself, and I want one for me, so it can all be like matchy girl moment. But where we bought it, they were out of it in Amsterdam. But I found 2 more balls in Bergen, so I got that and gave it to her. And then I have 4 balls of this here. And if I remember correctly, I think 3 was enough for me. So I can give her one of mine, and then we will all have a sweater in the end. And it's held with the Isager silk mohair. Yeah. Which I have in stash. And then we went to a very well kept secret, I would say, in Bergen. Not a lot of people know about it. I don't think it like pops up immediately when you do like a Google search for yarn stores in Bergen. Yeah. It's not in downtown. You could go there by bus. I have done that before. I think I had to change buses and then walk a little bit, but it's doable. But we drove, which was very convenient. It's called Pinnsvin Design. Do you have your bag? Maybe we can show the name. I think, is the English word for pinnsvin porcupine? Or hedgehog? So. No, hedgehog. It's hedgehog design, basically, in Norwegian. And it's a woman who has a yarn store in her basement. And I've been there once before. That's when I bought the yarn for the slipover here. And I remember it was like dark out, and I felt like I was in a little bit like scary. I walked over this tiny little bridge. It was like foresty, and there was a post-it note on the door to like knock on it. This time she had more of like a doorbell thing and more of an official sign. But I've been wanting to go back for ages, and we did go. Yeah. And she has some commercial brands. I think she had some Isager or Lang or something. Yeah. But then she has yarns that I've never seen anywhere before, and I think she buys yarns in cones, and you know I like coned yarns. You can get some really nice fibers. So she had yarns made of deer, mink,
My favorite
raccoons.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, the raccoon yarn. That's all of
Which
them
is actually
surprisingly soft.
Really soft. Yeah.
Yeah. So we spent quite a bit of time in there. I was allowed to change Ida's diaper on the floor, so it was great. So we could stay even longer.
Yeah.
And you got some stuff. I wasn't very helpful. You know, you asked me about dusty purples and blues. I'm like, I can't help you. It's not my color vibe.
No.
But you suited really well.
Yeah, we took turns in like keeping Ira happy and then diving into the yarn. She had a really interesting selection. She actually also had some strikkelykke project bags, which I've been wanting to get one ever since I saw them on Rebecca Close podcast, and probably yours as well.
Yeah,
sometimes
I have one.
It's like slips my mind, but she unfortunately didn't have colors that I liked, so I have to wait for that dream to become reality at one point.
Those bags are made from sari silk, recycled sari silk. And the color she had was more like limey, yellow, blue, like more neon-y colors.
Not as much my style.
Not the autumn vibe.
No, but I was very intrigued by a lot of the fibers, the cashmeres, the like...
So much cashmere.
Yeah. And since she ruined me, basically at the knit
I've
fest...
ruined myself. I've gone from like a rustic girly to a like cashmere bunny.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. But I blame the hormones. It happened when I was pregnant. I got more like tactile sensitive. I think it's a overstimulation thing. I'm quite overstimulated most of the days.
Yeah.
And then having like feeling things on my skin, I'm more sensitive to that now. I think that will pass. I will get back to my more like wear anything that would probably itch people to death kind of phase. But right now, I need to just embrace the soft hugs.
Two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I've made Uma scarves recently too, actually, and I made one with a cone of cashmere that we
So nice.
got together at Knitfest at the what's that
Louis Markt
Yeah, Louis Markt is the
store
that we got it at the festival, and I also made one with a German rustic sheep's wool, and that was a beautiful lavender, more of a poppy shade, but ever since I made the cashmere one, I've not been wearing the...
And is that the one you said you were knitting at a bit of a tight gauge, so you felt it even more?
Yeah, so that was a horrible decision making on my part, but it was just inspired by the color, and I'll probably just maybe also stick it to a handbag as like a little scarflet
decoration piece.
Yeah. So I was looking for something to kind of, how do you say,
replace
that one. This is a very different lavender shade than the one that I used, but I still really liked it. It's actually called lavender. It's 215 meters per 50 grams, so more than enough for another triangular scarf. This is 100% cashmere. So
that's quite thick. I mean, a lot of the strands in the store were very like lace weight.
Yeah.
So this is probably one of the thicker ones, which would be pretty much a fingering.
Yeah, and like knit this on a 4.5 millimeter needle.
It's got a beautiful drape,
yeah, and it's gonna be big enough. And I just wanted to find something,
nice
that complements, because I like all the autumnal shades, but then I feel like I don't want to look like I live in the forest. I still want to look.
I want that.
We found a cape.
She looked like Sam from Lord of the Rings.
Because my hair was like going up in ringlets because of the humidity, and then I put on the green, mossy green cape, and I literally looked like Samwise Gamgee. It wasn't that expensive.
You can get into cosplay.
We went to so many thrift shops. But yeah, I like these like more, the like light green, the light blue, the lavender shade to go with the colors that I like to kind of break it up a little. And then I was also inspired by a sample that they had, and then obviously you talking nonstop about the cashmere from this shop.
I'm just so excited.
Yeah, and I wasn't easy to decide on. This is actually a lace weight, so this has a 700 meters per 50 grams. So it's very, very thin. And she had a hat sample knit up with 2 strands of this, and this is called deep burgundy, so deep burgundy.
It's beautiful. I love that. That is my kind of
Yeah.
purple
And I
family
think
shade. They both look really good.
Yeah, I could knit both as a
I love
scarf.
this. Yeah.
And then I could also not pass up on these beautiful buttons that are handmade in South Africa. Incomparable buttons, I think it says. And
They're made of clay or something, right?
I think so.
They're beautiful.
They are beautiful. And
Very you.
yeah. With these ones, I also thought that I might gift one to each of my knitty friends. Because then we could all sew them onto a project bag. And as like we're a sisterhood, I will have one more than I need, and we'll find another friend to gift this to. It was really hard to decide on gifts to get. I might also at the airport just get a couple of like sweets to bring so we can try. I wanted to get some caviar for Lydia, but then I realized how expensive caviar is. Like if you don't get the thing in the tube, but the actual...
Yeah. I mean, all Norwegian people eat the caviar from the tube, and the caviar they have at the fish market in Bergen, that's like a tourist trap. So
Yeah.
the prices are very expensive there.
So I decided I'd rather get some yarn and sweets and buttons.
Good.
But yeah,
Good
this
choice.
was my pinnsvin design haul. And I love it.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. And she had some samples of little scarves. It wasn't even little. It was like a decent size.
Yeah.
Like even bigger than the one you're knitting in blue right now.
Yeah.
That was made with less than 25 grams.
Of that,
Of those yarns,
So
yeah,
I might
held
be
double,
able to make 2 Sophie scarves.
Yeah.
I actually got some similarly colored yarn with Lydia when we went to Scotland. So, and that's a lamb's wool. That's the, what's it called? Rebecca loves that.
Oh yeah, the Kinross
ply.
ply. Yeah.
I might hold it together actually. Like I will look at the colors and see if it...
It's this yarn.
Yeah.
I have a bag of it. From the Woolly Good Gathering. I got this at Ginger Twist when I was there.
Yeah. So we'll hold it together and see if the lace weight has a similar color, because I don't love the marling on pieces like that.
Yeah.
I like it more in bigger pieces maybe. But yeah, we'll see. You don't have to. You can follow me on YouTube to find
and
out.
you'll see what it turns into in the end.
Yeah.
I broke the bank.
Yeah, you went crazy.
I have no self-restraint. I think it's... I might have a diagnosis. Hoarding or something.
I think the haul is a diagnosis in and of itself.
Yes, but to my defense...
Yeah. Let's see what you
It
come
makes
up
me
with.
happy. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Please,
also
please like this video to fund my...
hoarding tendencies.
so I can show you more yarn in the future. Yeah, no,
This was a special
I
week.
love this. And I've been thinking about going back for ages, but it's, like I said, it's a little bit out of the way. And with kids, it's hard to make it work to go there.
Yeah.
And that was my chance.
Yeah.
And I'll just not go for a while.
Yeah, this will be
Until
for...
the yarn festival. I'm not getting any more yarn.
Yes.
But, like I said, I had this sweater in mind. And I touched a little bit on the whole, like, I feel a little bit overstimulated. And I keep grabbing the sweaters in my stash that are the softest. I have 2 cashmere sweaters with yarn that I was gifted from Jennifer Knits in LA. Mm-hmm. And they do pill, but I don't mind because they are just like putting on a buttery hug.
Yeah.
And I would like this sweater pattern that I got to be the same.
Yeah.
To be like something that I can just throw on over like my nursing top and my jeans and then just like feel like I look nice, but also it not being overstimulating and just being nice and soft.
And it looked really nice on you. The shape was like very cape, almost cape-like.
Yeah, it was really
like
nice.
a wide high neck. Very elegant, I would say.
So I wasn't initially very drawn to this. I used this silk cashmere as a strand for this.
Yeah.
But this is a much more saturated dark brown. It's called dark brown, mörkbrun. It's 600 meters to 50 grams. So that's 1200 meters to 100. So it's like ultra lace weight.
Yeah.
75% cashmere, 25% silk. But honestly, it knits up almost similar to like a silk mohair because of the fluff, but it just goes such a long way.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like
so
because of the fluff, it is like a regular silk mohair that you could get.
It doesn't feel like an extremely thin yarn.
No.
And I remember from knitting this that I had quite a bit left, because the way when you're knitting with strands held together, a silk mohair or a cashmere silk is often going to take a shortcut on your needles.
Oh.
So when you're holding the yarns together, it might not go like the complete outer circumference of the stitch. It might kind of just like go underneath the other yarn.
Yeah.
So you'll end up using less meterage of the thinner strand than the other one, in my experience. So I bought 2.5 balls of this, and it should be enough for that big oversized sweater. So that kind of feels good. It's way more affordable than commercial cashmere like Cardiff cashmere. And you have so many meters in this, so I feel like that justifies it a little bit. But the sweater calls for with the gauge that I want, a 19 stitch gauge. And this is like an ultra lace weight. Not gonna get that, obviously. So I got this other yarn that she had in the store. This is one of the first yarns she took in. She calls it baby hedgehog. It's made of 65% baby wool, 25% yak, and 10% cashmere. And this is 400 meters to 50 grams. So if I hold it double, it's a fingering weight. And the vilje that I got is also a fingering weight. So I'm holding this double with one strand of this. So this is a lot thinner than the silk mohair, but I feel like it's behaving the same.
Yeah.
And it's creating a beautiful fabric. Just plop my basket over here. I have a link for this down below in my affiliate members. I have to mention that. In this bucket, I'm holding my progress. I have finished the neckline, and I had such a hard time deciding on the needles for this, because I liked both fabrics on 4.5 and 5, but I was closer to the sample that I liked on the 5mm needles, even though my row gauge it was impossible to get the right row gauge.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what is supposed to be the right row gauge at this point. But I finished the neckline and the sort of increases in stockinette.
So nice.
And now I'm working on the back piece. And it's going to have this double seed stitch from this point on. So I'm going to knit the back piece, the front piece, then join together and keep knitting. And then the sleeves are also going to be done in the double moss stitch. I have an inkling that I might get so sick and tired of this by the end because of all the double seed stitch. I just really hope that it's going to fit how I want it to fit.
Yeah.
Because it will be everything if it does. It's my favorite sort of heathery, warm chocolatey brown. It's nice and soft. The fit, I hope, is going to be perfect.
May I challenge you?
What?
You should finish it for Knitfest.
That would be really nice.
That would be a nice deadline.
Yeah, I would. And
incredible outfit.
And I really should finish it because I got
see.
yarn for another one.
Yeah. And I want to see it, so I think there's enough.
Yeah.
Excuses.
I should work on it.
And this is progress of 3 days
with a baby that doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
And I've been doing all the driving.
You had like a daycare.
Yeah.
Special support, but
so I mean it is moving along as long as I don't like put it down. I have lots of whips.
Too much on other things.
Yeah, because I did get some more. So this exact combination is what I'm wearing right now. Mm-hmm. It's her tweedy cashmere. This is called cream tweed. It's 375 to 50 grams. So if I hold this double, it's exactly the same as the vilje.
And this is a pure cashmere.
Yeah, even the neps are cashmere in this. And this was about 20 euros.
Wow.
And it does go a long way.
2 or 3?
I think I need 4. to make.
I
need 4 to make the sweater.
Okay.
For the slipover, I needed 2 only.
And you hold each strand like
so,
3
yeah, so for
strands.
this one, I'm doing it different because I wanted to have a cream version because I'm lacking that in my wardrobe.
And that sample looked impeccable on you.
Yeah. But this will be a softer version of it.
Yeah.
And then she didn't have... I wanted to get the base that you got, but she didn't have that in white.
Yeah.
And then she had this one. This is also 100% cashmere, but it's 375 to 50 grams. So I would need to hold it double, but she didn't have enough of this white to hold the double. I think she was missing a ball or 2. But then she pointed out that she does have the tweedy version, and if I were to combine one strand of the tweed with one of the natural white, that's a fingering weight, and then I will hold this with it. So this is 3 strands of 3 different.
And you swatched
colors.
it as well?
I did swatch it. That's also in my bag here. I swatched this one only on 5mm needles because, you know, we got to take shortcuts in life.
Yeah.
And I figured I've tested the brown on 2 needles. So I know now this is on the 5mm needles. And I have to say, I think if I'm going to do the white one, I'm actually going to go down to a 4.5. Yeah. So I'm going to see how it fits. If I like the fit of the B on 5mm, I might knit the size C with a smaller needle.
On 4.5. Yeah, I agree.
Because I feel like this combination, it should be the same as the other one, but I feel like the white one would look a little bit better and a little bit tighter of a gauge.
And I think like cream suits you so well. It looks so elegant with your skin color and your dark features.
Like the ecru white is probably...
Because you are already like, you've got...
I'm pale.
No, but you've got like chocolatey hair and eyes. And so I love chocolate colored things on you, but I also just love...
Yeah.
Please agree with me.
I hope you
let her know.
You like this color too. I find it so hard to decide on like the light colors. Like
Matthias
white,
and
cream,
I were
gray,
both going like
beige.
Knit the cream one. And I was like the yarn goblin.
But this makes me happy. And I firmly believe that you should knit on what makes you happy.
100%. But you should also knit the cream one.
Yes. But I feel like fall is when I want to knit on it. When spring comes around, maybe this is what I want to knit on. Yeah. So not right now I want to knit this. So I'm going to knit this right now.
You shall do what you want.
Yes. So yeah, that was that, but I didn't stop there.
No, of course you didn't.
Because, you know, once you start, it's so hard to stop. So I really like the fact that I only needed 2.5 balls of this to make a sweater. Yeah. So I was thinking, I have a bunch of green cones in my stash. Yeah. And just green yarn in general. Brown and green is my majority.
I actually said that.
Yeah.
I want to take blame for that. I told you, because you were looking at this and like wondering what to hold it with. And I'm like, I had a look in your yarn room and there is possibly... Yeah.
I have this green. I have 2 green cones from lovelies from last year from the festival.
And I think that justifies buying a new yarn to hold it with if you then use up a cone that you already own.
We're making excuses for me here. Of course. But yes. So I got 2.5 of this. It's going to be beautiful with those cones up there.
Yeah.
And
I think so too.
Yeah.
Or even hold it with one of the more rustic yarns, because this will be in and of itself, the cashmere that you got at Lovi.
Yeah.
Will be nice even on its own.
And I think it's about 20 euros for a ball of this. So considering what you're getting, I don't think it's that bad. Yeah. So I got 2.5 of this. Beautiful. It's called marled dark green because the core of it, the silk core, is black. I personally love a black silk core with my second strand, like silk mohair and stuff, and now silk cashmere. You, on the other hand, you weren't loving the dark core because you were looking at another burgundy.
Yeah, and with a burgundy having a black cord is just not something I enjoy for myself. But I think it looks different on the green. I like it more in the green.
Yeah. And I did get a crazy one.
This one I love.
I love it too. This is a gift. I have a friend who looks really good in these colors. I love my Frere sample in that color. I'm just drawn to it.
So funny that you also suit these colors.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
I like it. So the thing is, I asked, because we met my friend, and I don't think she watches the podcast, that's fine.
We actually met up with quite a few of your friends. Yeah.
Busy bees.
Yeah, knitting with other people.
Yeah. So I asked her, would you like something for Christmas that's knitted, or would you like yarn? And I know her. And I know she loves to knit, but she has 2 little boys, and I know for a fact that she doesn't always finish her whips.
Yeah.
Or it can take a very long time. So I was thinking it might be nice to actually knit something for her. Because I think as a knitter, you really do appreciate and value getting knitted things yourself.
True.
So she said that, it would be so nice to have something knit for her. So I am going to hold this double. Yes. And I'm going to knit a little scarf piece.
Probably the same as this.
I'll probably, I'm thinking of doing this, but doing the increases only every second row, because this is done every row.
Yeah.
And I think if I were to hold it like half it would be more of like a thin neck piece.
Yeah.
And it can also be used in the hair and to like tie or something. So I think that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'll have a look and see. And then... either gift her the remnants, because I think there's going to be a lot left, and or make 2, and we can have matching scarves. We'll see. So that was my haul from Pinnsvin Design.
I think you missed your fair purchases.
I also got a little embroidery hoop.
Yeah.
Where I got the footprints yarn, because I made a cardigan for Nelly. We can see now if I got the right size. It's supposed to have some ferns embroidered onto it. It's the Fairy Forest cardigan. I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
So it's going to have some ferns embroidered to the front panels of the cardigan. Nice. And they're kind of more of like an elongated embroidery.
Yeah.
So
I've never seen something like this.
Yeah,
being
me neither.
So...
But I thought it would be perfect. Way better than a circular hoop. Because then I can do the entire embroidery within this little frame.
Do you have a, how do you say, for the embroidery, do you have a pattern?
I'm hoping it's in the pattern for the cardigan. Because the cardigan comes with 3 different embroidery designs.
Nice.
I didn't use the recommended yarn. I used cones from Yarn Atelier UK.
Yeah, you mentioned.
And then I think I'm going to just take some other cone from my stash to do the ferns. Maybe some oatmeal that I have.
I like that.
I think that would look good.
Because if you're looking for inspiration for embroidery on knits, I really highly recommend Judith Gumlich's. I can just say it in German because she's German as well. Judith Gumlich's book, which is Embroidery on Knits. It was one of the most popular books I think that Linus ever brought out, and she has a fern design in there, and I really, really love her book, and she's also a very kind person. I met her at several festivals before, and she always brings her samples, which are like this size, swatches.
Oh, that's so nice.
Some of my friends have done a course with her, and we really hope she's going to come to the yarn shop that I work at in Marburg next year. So if you want to learn about embroidery on knits, she is a person to follow on Instagram.
I'm going to have to check her out, because that's something I've never done.
And it's really easy. I've tried it once, and it looked perfect immediately.
I'm so scared of doing it.
No, but it's so much thicker than a regular embroidery thread, and I actually used some hand-dyed yarn. I had a handbag that was not looking cute anymore. It was one of these 15 euros Uniqlo handbags, and I was like, either I'm gonna put it back in the laundry and like wash it again and see if it comes out any nicer, but it wasn't getting any more beautiful, and so I just took one of her designs and put it on there, and it's like I think the what do you call it? The plant is called a mimosa, which I love as a symbol. Anyways, and then I used
know the drink.
I used some green yarn and then some lavender and yellow hand-dyed yarn so the effect that the hand-dyed yarn gave it was very incredible. And I just learned how to use, I think, 2 or 3 different stitches. So the ones that make a leaf, the ones that make just a straight line, and then the ones that make a little bubble. And so that's 3 stitches, which is so easy to learn.
And it doesn't like, because I'm worried about stitching into the knit fabric and then 2 things that are supposed to go in here and here are kind of stuck in the same hole in the knit fabric.
I think your gauge is big enough. And also it literally took me 2 days, like 2 hours maybe working on it, 2 days. So you should be fine. It doesn't take that long, and you will only use one color, and I think it will look so cute.
And I'm hoping, since I have silk mohair in it, that's kind of filling out the spots so it'll stick and not like unravel.
You need to be in the right headspace, but I think it'll be so fun.
Let's see how long it takes me to find that headspace.
Let me know when you do.
And I forgot to show this.
Yeah, I only have one thing that we got when we were closer to the cabin. I didn't buy any more yarn. I was thinking, like I said, getting yarn for this chunky knit color work. I will include a picture at some point, and I will still maybe at some point get that yarn, but we still also sell the vamps at the shop that I work at, so I felt like it wasn't as urgent, and I didn't want to get more yarn that I could get through within a reasonable amount of time, since I also got some other stuff.
It would have been different
really
if we went to another mill and it was like heavily discounted.
Yeah, because we wanted to get to Rauma, but then we had to decide which hours in the car we wanted to spend at, like driving to, going to Rauma or the cabin.
And considering, I mean, Rauma would be a lot further.
Yeah.
And considering how much time it took us to get from A to B.
Yeah.
With like wanting to take some scenery footage and a baby in the car. Yeah. I'm happy we didn't go further.
Me too. And also your family cabin was very, very beautiful, first of all.
Thank you.
And we didn't have to pay for a hotel, so I very much appreciate that. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do this Norway trip without Inga offering kind of housing and driving us around.
Yeah, I'm happy to. We had such a good time.
Because Norway is quite expensive.
It is.
Yeah.
Norwegian people don't usually go to hotels here because it is so expensive. We don't really go out to eat a lot, and we did do that to have a cozy time. We had like sandwiches and pastries and
coffees.
Yeah.
So you'll just have to visit Mia as well and
eat all the food in Germany.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I also realized I forgot a bag.
Did you?
From Hemsedal.
Oh yeah, you got more.
Yeah.
Is it in the car? Probably. No, I think I took it out, so it must be in
I
the...
can just run down and get it after. We're back!
Hi. So I was looking at more VAMS options at that Hemsedal
Strikkeglede.
Yeah, that was really nice. The women there working there were really lovely. But I couldn't decide on like a main color, and I don't think if you're like 100% about something, just leave it and you can always come back.
Yeah.
But I did get some ullband.
Yep.
By this is actually by the person who also makes the what's the name again? The kufta? What's the name of the jacket?
Which one?
The regular, like, Fair Isle, traditional... Isn't it kufta?
Kufta, yeah.
Kufta. So,
kufta.
Yeah, I want to make an all-over jacket I've wanted to make for years. I just decided I'll make a cowl first, and I haven't knit that, so... In the future, I would love to make a finu, all-over color work, traditional kufta, like a cardigan. That is only like a sport weight, so it's not too thick.
Yeah, all over color work.
Yeah, and there is a book that we sell at the yarn shop. Like, it's one of our best sellers. It's called Strickjacken aus Norwegen, so cardigans from Norway. And she is, I forgot her name. We might have to put in I'll send it to you. And this is by her.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she told me. And I just love the ochre and the blue. Or like... with like a purple maybe, and so I got this, which you'll knit it in the round,
and you
steek it, you cut it open here, and then you fold it in, and then you can sew this over the edge
to kind of hide the seams.
Yeah, and this is 100%, if I'm not mistaken, also natural materials.
Yeah, it's probably a cotton band.
Yeah,
or linen, and then it's wool yarn over it.
And so if then your cardigan folds open, you have like a beautiful,
pretty.
And I can see myself using similar-ish colors of like a brown, a person from that comes to our yarn shop often, and she does some courses there. She's knit one of them, and I was able to try it on her version, and it's just beautiful. I'll let Inga know the name of the design that I'm planning on making. You can put it in the
I'll put it on screen.
And then the last thing that I got on this trip, I hope that's correct, are these buttons.
They're very nice. Wood buttons.
I just thought I'd never seen something like it. Usually it's 4 holes and then you can do like a cross. And with these, it seems like...
I mean, I guess it's technically still 4 holes, but you're supposed to like use your yarn to like wrap in a like a
and I thought
direction instead of a
these two
crisscross.
things are very usable. Like this will make me like because it wasn't cheap.
And it doesn't take a lot of room.
No. It was a kind of motivation to get to this project eventually, and I think I got 6 buttons of a like 2 millimeter size, will be 2 centimeter size. I will use eventually, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's me. And then going back, we've like thrown the chronological order out of the window. It doesn't exist.
I made a sneaky purchase at Førde. She didn't even see me buying this.
I'm like, what's this?
But she had a sample of a... It's a scarf very similar to the one you're knitting, but it's from Strick. It's called a halo scarf, which it looks to be exactly the same thing, just that one's not free. But she had a sample in it where it held 2 strands of this yarn together. This is the Cardiff Prime. It's a cashmere silk, 68% cashmere, 32% silk, 300 meters to 25 grams. And it felt so nice. And I've been going to the store for the last 4 times touching that one. It's in a beautiful brown. It gravitates toward it. But she's been out of the brown. Still out of the brown. And all of the other colors, there were some really nice red ones for pop. But then I have a popping red scarf already.
Which I love on you.
Beautiful burgundy. But I have the Amy slipover in it. But I'm trying to make myself knit with some more white because I will pick it when I get dressed, but I don't have a lot of knit pieces in it. So I invested in 5 balls of this, and the idea behind it is to hold it as a thread to make a white sweater. Now this I got before we went to the pinnsvin, and I'm thinking I could either combine it with it to have it be a little bit like thicker if I find that I want a thicker sweater. That would be so luxe.
Sweater.
Or I'll use it with some other yarn that I have in stash. Because I do have an alpaca yarn from...
so fun to look around.
From Knit Fest that I need another strand with to make it hold its shape because it's... I want to say moon fiber. That's not the name of the yarn. But it's a completely like alpaca base, so it'll have a lot of drape, and I think I need to hold it with something to have it sort of retain its shape a little bit if I want to make a garment.
Yeah, the silk might help.
So the silk would help. So that's what I'm initially thinking, or it will be 2 scarves, one for me and one to gift for Christmas. So nice. Possibilities.
Nice.
And then, yeah, I also did get some things at the Ghoul. I love supporting them. I was looking at this the last time I was there. It's their knitting for Olive. I haven't knit with the heavy merino before, but you had just knit this, so I'm knit-fluenced. You used 7 balls for that.
Yeah. So the pattern calls for a bit more. I cropped the body a tiny bit. I would get 8 if you want to make my size, which is the medium, just to be sure with length. But I was able to make it out of exactly 7, which is crazy for an adult size. So you...
And I mean, of course, I didn't get 7. I got 3 plus 1. It was on 30% sale. And I was holding Ira over the basket of this yarn. I was just like... Those look so good for you. So I got 3 plus 1, and it should be thick enough to make the same suit that I got the bigger quantity in for Nelly. I could make the smaller size for Ira, and it should be enough. I have about 200 grams here in total. Should be enough to make a suit for her in one of the smaller sizes. So I got that. And then I made a purchase that's not like super exciting, but I needed more of the yarn.
Yeah.
So for the last 3 years, I've made Christmas stockings. I have one, Matthias has one, and Ellie has one. And Ira needs one.
Yeah.
So I don't have my phone here, but I can put on screen what I'm gonna make. And last year I made Nellies with scraps for the yarn that I had for the first two, but I'm out of most of the colors. So I just bought a bunch of the Sandnesgarn Perfect that they had to make. Let's see, where are the colors at? I might even have forgotten to get one color, but that's okay. I can use something from Stash. So there are 2 reds at least, I know. And one of these is Bergen, and one of these is Smart. So the other ones are the Perfect sock yarn, but I like these reds better, and they're all pretty much the same meterage, so they should work well together to make a pair of Christmas stockings for Heia. So I can't say that it's something I'm super excited about casting on. I don't love knitting socks. I don't love knitting colorwork socks, especially if there's like a lot of ends to weave in, which one of the socks were. But I think this particular sock, it might be my least favorite in the bundle, but it'll probably be the most comfortable to knit because it's just regular colorwork. I don't think there's a lot of faff going on. Certain points there will be 3 colors at once, but I'll get over it. It's just one sock. One big giant sock.
The mom guilt will get you there.
I'll get going, yeah. I'll have it done.
You can't just have...
I might sit there on like the 20th of December and be like, I need to finish this.
Yeah, I mean, she'll still appreciate it when she's like more towards the age of...
She won't know, but I will
year.
know. And it would be nice next year when I'm working. I'm probably not going to have the time, so...
Yeah, do it now.
I'll do it now.
Also while she's not running around yet.
Yes. Just the other one is.
But I'm so happy with our
What
hauls.
a big haul. But we had so much fun though.
Yeah.
And we went to all the thrift shops.
Oh yeah. I got this bracelet, for example.
I got this basket, which I decided last night it's carrying my sample for the DK version of the blanket. So I have a bunch of squares of this DK La Nevendo Voluto. And I had Marlene help me decide which color to do the border in. Because I already made it with a white border, but this color did bleed a lot. It would work if I just used some vinegar when I'm soaking it. But I figured it would be nice to have a sample with the darker border to kind of show that too, that it doesn't always have to be
a lighter
one. The like light colored border of the squares.
Yeah.
So I think we landed on this yarn.
The chat also.
Yeah, this is a yarn that I got in Finland. It's 200 meters to 100 grams.
Is it reindeer?
No, it's sheep. It's called clean new wool.
Ah.
And I have about 214 grams of it, so it should be enough for like a lap size blanket, maybe even bigger. I'm just gonna knit until I run out of yarn, and however many squares I have, I'll join together and make a blanket.
Nice.
So there's like very few limitations here. The other one I had, I also got in Finland, but this is thinner. It's so woolen spun though that they look the same to me, but I felt like the border in the dark was just cleaner looking.
Yeah.
So
also it's more your colors, I suppose.
Yeah,
I think.
So now I can get back to that. I also need to knit the brown sweater though if it's going to be ready for Knit Fest.
Yeah, we got some decorations, some hand, how do you say, like...
These old wall pieces that were embroidered. You got some fabric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some, I always get glass jars. I just love them for granola and like all the things that I buy in bulk. Like...
And it says Norway on it, so it's very appropriate.
I wanted to get something from here. Yeah. I feel like we could talk on for hours, but we should probably make some lunch.
Go check out her vlog.
Thank you.
She'll show you some beautiful footage from hikes, maybe some thrift shops.
Yeah.
just all the things that we've been doing, really.
I have a lot of footage.
So
I
if
hope
you're
you
nosy,
like...
if you're nosy like me, go check it out. I'm gonna have so much fun seeing all the footage you took.
Did we speak about everything? I have a fear of...
I think so. And if not, check out our next regular podcast.
Yeah, I need to film one. I have quite a few finished objects.
I have a lot of progress to show you guys. So I hope to record that soon. You'll do the blog, then another podcast.
Yes.
And then maybe we'll have the time in Zurich to do another little
let us
get
know
together
if you would like to see that. Because we both have a tight schedule, but if there's a lot of people who want to see it again, because I loved doing it last time and it was so impromptu, but...
I loved it, yeah.
Then,
so we will try and make that happen if you guys like our little chatty episodes. It's nice to not sit alone for once.
Yes. Thank you so much for hosting me.
Thank you for
It's
coming.
been the best week.
Yeah, we had a really good time.
Yeah. The best combination of if you're like into nature, hiking, maybe a bit of photography, because there's a lot of nice things to look at and take pictures of.
Knitting.
Knitting.
Yarn, yeah.
Spending cozy time with a friend. I'd highly recommend making knitty friends at knitty festivals and like visiting them across the world. I don't know, maybe this is my, how do you say?
You're good at doing that.
Yeah. Like connecting with people. I swear people invite me. I just don't invite myself.
Yeah, no.
I just take, like I said, I give you 3 minutes to clarify if you mean it.
I think it's a good trait. That's how you make new friends and new memories.
You'll have to come to Marburg next time.
Yeah. Eat the food.
Yeah.
See the yarn.
Yeah.
Do some hiking.
Yeah.
Flat hiking, maybe.
Everything we like. It's actually quite hilly, but not as... we don't have mountains like this. We don't, Well, thanks for watching.
Yes, thank you so much. And we will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.